Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, and yet somehow your retirement still feels like it's slipping through your fingers? You're not alone. Every day, millions of men over 60 wake up thinking they've got it all figured out, only to realize that the retirement they dreamed of is getting further and further away. Not because they didn't save, not because they didn't work hard, but because they missed one critical truth. Retirement isn't a finish line. It's a battlefield. And the worst part? Most men are fighting blindfolded. Let me ask you a brutal question, one that most financial advisors won't dare to say out loud. What if everything you believe about retirement is exactly what's keeping you poor? In the next few minutes, we're going to expose the biggest lie sold to men like you and show you how to finally flip the script. Because if you're over 60, divorced, retired, or just feeling like life didn't turn out the way you thought it would, this isn't the end. This is the beginning. So grab a coffee, shut out the noise, and listen closely, because the traps we're about to reveal are not just costing men their money, they're costing them their time, their freedom, and their identity. Trap number 1, the illusion of safety. It sounds smart, right? Better safe than sorry. So you move all your money into low-yield savings accounts, CDs, or maybe even a safe annuity. You tell yourself you're being responsible. But here's the truth. Playing it safe is the fastest way to go broke slowly. Inflation doesn't care how cautious you are. If your money isn't growing, it's dying. A man who retires at 65 today might live to 85 or 90. That's 20 to 25 years of rising costs, unexpected bills, and medical surprises. And yet, most retirees earn less than 2% on their savings, while inflation eats away 3 to 4% a year. Do the math. You're bleeding money. The illusion of safety is the comfort zone trap, and it's keeping thousands of men stuck, broke, and too afraid to take control. But don't worry, because we're not here to panic you. We're here to wake you up, and once you see the next trap, you'll understand why retirement isn't just about what you earn. It's about how you think. Trap number 2, the silent killer called drift. This one is brutal. After decades of routine, wake up, work, come home, you suddenly have nothing but time. No deadlines, no alarm clocks, no purpose. At first it feels like freedom, but very quickly that freedom turns into drift. And drift is dangerous, because a drifting man is a dying man. Without direction, your days blur together. You start sleeping in, watching too much TV, drinking a little more than usual, spending money on stuff you don't need, avoiding doctor visits, ignoring the gym. And then one day, you look in the mirror and don't recognize the guy staring back. He looks tired, worn out, lost, and no amount of money in your account will fix that. Because the real currency of retirement isn't dollars, it's meaning. Coming up in the next part, we'll reveal trap number 3, probably the one that's stealing more dreams from men over 60 than any other. And it's hiding in plain sight. But first, I want you to think. What are you really retiring to? Because if you don't answer that, someone else will. Perfetto. Ecco la parte 2 dello script, pronta per 11 Labs. Script parte 2. Trap number 3, the Social Security time bomb. You've paid into it your whole life. Every paycheck, year after year, a piece of your earnings went into Social Security. And now, finally, it's your turn to collect. But here's the catch. When you collect, could make or break your retirement. The system lets you start drawing benefits at 62. But do you know what happens if you do? You lock in a permanent reduction of up to 30% in your monthly checks, forever. Now, if you need the money now, no judgment. Sometimes life doesn't give you a choice. But many men start early out of fear. Fear that the system won't be around, fear that they might not live long enough, or fear that they'll miss out. But here's the hard truth. If you're healthy, if you plan smart, and if you can wait until 67 or even 70, your monthly check could be hundreds of dollars bigger. And that adds up to tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Would you walk away from $50,000 just because you didn't plan ahead? Don't let fear write your future. Let knowledge do it. Trap number 4, the healthcare avalanche, and this one doesn't hit all at once. It starts slow, maybe a bad knee, a little blood pressure, a few prescriptions. But healthcare in retirement is like a snowball rolling downhill. And by the time you're 70, if you're not prepared, that snowball turns into an avalanche. Here's what most men don't realize. Even with Medicare, your out-of-pocket costs can easily exceed $5,000 a year, or more. Add dental, vision, hearing, long-term care, and suddenly, you're staring down a mountain of bills. And guess what? Most men don't plan for it. They think, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But by the time you get there, it's too late. The bridge is gone. Smart retirees don't just save money, they shield it. With supplemental coverage, HSAs, long-term care insurance, or even strategic relocations to states with better health systems, they play chess while everyone else plays checkers. A trap number 5, retiring alone. This is the trap that no one talks about. Forget money. Forget Social Security. Forget the stock market. Loneliness is the most dangerous retirement trap of all. Men over 60 are statistically more likely to live alone, to lose close friends, or to isolate themselves emotionally. And when purpose fades, connection fades too. You stop going out, stop meeting new people, stop challenging your brain, your heart, your body. And what starts as peace and quiet turns into silence. But here's the thing. Retirement isn't meant to be a retreat from life. It's meant to be a rebirth. You have more time now than ever before to build something new. Friendships, relationships, causes, communities, legacies. You just need to choose it. Here's the wake-up call. You've been told retirement is the finish line. That once you hit 60 or 65, you're supposed to relax, sit back, and coast. But that's a lie. Retirement is not the end of the story. It's the start of the chapter where you finally take control. Not just of your money, but of your mission. So, if this video shook something inside you, good. Now do something about it. Subscribe to the channel, because we're building a community of men over 60 who refuse to be passive passengers in their own lives. Leave a comment. Tell me what trap hit you the hardest. And most of all, don't wait, because the worst trap of all is doing nothing. Fammi sapere se vuoi la parte 3, oppure passiamo al titolo e miniatura per questo video. Let's make this personal. Picture this. John, 62, retired last year. He thought he had it all figured out. Savings? Check. Social Security? Claimed early. Medicare? Enrolled. But now, he's back working part-time at a hardware store just to pay the bills. What happened? He fell into every trap we just discussed. He didn't account for inflation. He claimed Social Security too early, locking himself into lower benefits for life. He thought Medicare covered everything. It didn't. And most of all, he never sat down and mapped out a clear retirement income plan. But here's the good news. You still can. You see, the real enemy isn't the market, or taxes, or healthcare costs. It's inaction. It's thinking, I'll deal with this later. But later becomes too late. Every month you wait is money and time lost forever. That's why I want to leave you with this. Make a list, today. Just 5 items. 1. How much income do I need monthly? 2. What are my reliable sources of income? 3. When is the optimal time for me to claim Social Security? 4. Do I have a plan for unexpected medical expenses? 5. Am I prepared for inflation to erode my savings? If you can't answer these, that's your next step. And remember, you're not too late. The biggest myth they sold you is that retirement is automatic, that it just happens. But it doesn't. You have to build it, protect it, adapt it. So if this video opened your eyes, do one simple thing: subscribe. This channel is built for men like you, men who want to retire with clarity, strength, and purpose. Leave a comment below. What's the biggest concern you have about retirement right now? I read every single one. Until next time, don't just dream about retirement. Design it.